So we're getting straight into it here, guys, and here's me running around on the Division. That was the beta that we've recently played, and I'm going to just tell you about the cover system, how it's going to work, and how it's so important in this game. So in this game you're not going to be able to run around and just shoot what you want. So I'm approaching some enemies here, I'm going to press A, and I've tucked in behind that crate. So it does one or two things. One, it's giving me cover, and the other thing is it's allowing these enemies not to spot me straight away. And as I'm in the cover, I'm pressing the left trigger to get aimed down the sights, shooting those guys, and it's giving me lots of cover. You just saw me then just hit the right thumbstick, and I've just actually gone around the cover. You'll see me do that again in a minute, just to reposition myself. And just then, I was just shooting someone. I was still out on the sights, but my gun had run out of ammo. As I went back in, his shots were missing me because I was behind that cover. And again then, you just see me there again, just whip round the other side to just get a little bit of extra cover while I reload my weapons. Pop, 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 and that enemy is dead. So it's actually so imperative that you don't just stand and just absolutely try and muller someone in a dogfight. You've got to use your cover, and you've got to know when to use it best. And we'll just move on to another example just now. So here we are again. I'm just running down the street of New York, and I'm going to actually encounter a few enemies that I've just ran past there. So I'm straight into cover behind those tyres, and I'm just taking out that thug there with the hoodie on. And you can just see there that little arc, and what you can actually do is press and hold A, and you'll jump over the tyres. And if you wanted to go into the next part of the cover, which is really nice, just using one of the medi perks there just to see where the enemies are, and it gives you a little bit of a buff, but that's for another video. Again, it's just helping you keep out of the line of fire, and it's giving you that protection. You can't just stand and go toe to toe with these guys, because they will hurt you significantly. So just remember, guys, use the cover. That's what it's there for, and that's why it pops up so much in the game. So here we are just running down the main streets of New York, and this part of the video is just all about exploring. You've got to explore to get the special collectibles that are around and about, the cell phones, the bits of tapes that you pick up, the documents and whatnot. So running down the main street is pretty much mostly looted. There'll be a few bits and bobs, but as you see here, I'm just going off the side streets. I'm just going to go start going down a back alley, and what you'll notice is that there's a lot more loot. There's a lot more different things. There's a box there that it's just popped up. Yep, I'll have that, please. Thank you very much. And you'll also see that there's like I say, there's the cell phones that you collect. There'll be ladders going up onto another bit of a floor, and there's lots and lots of things to collect on this game, but you have to go off the beaten path to get it. 90% of the stuff is on rooftops. It is in side streets, alleys, different things like that. I will discuss more about the different collectibles once we find them in the game, and a few things that I did find on the beta. But what you need to do is you need to go off the beaten track to get these collectibles and these loot boxes, because sometimes they do hold some decent gear. It's not always got stuff that's really, really good, but 9 times out of 10 you will find something a little bit different. And there we go, you just see me there just picking up a phone recording. Obviously you've got a few random people, NPCs running around as well, but you do find these different bits and bobs. So if you are struggling to find things, this is where you will actually find those bits of items that you're looking for. I personally am a bit of a nightmare when playing these games, unless we're in a particular situation where I need to be with other people. I will just run off and say, guys, come this way, and we'll go off the beaten track and we'll find some nice loot caches and different things. So please bear that in mind. Get off the beaten track and let's look for that special loot. And my final tip for this first part of this video is loot. Just make sure you loot absolutely everything. If you see something on your map, run past something like I nearly did then, there's a box or something, just make sure you loot it. There's plenty of opportunities in the game where you unlock extra capacity for your bag. You'll get a newer bag, you can carry more things. When you get your base of operations up and running, you'll actually get to the point where you can have a stash and you can put things in there. You can sell things, you can deconstruct items to get materials for crafting. So just pick up everything you can. The only time I'd say to chuck stuff away or deconstruct things on the fly is if you are in a boss battle, or like these fellas here that I'm shooting on screen now. If one of these drops something that's really, really good, wasn't sure of the value, and I had some grey items, white items that aren't particularly great, then I deconstruct them, chuck them on the floor, whatever, and get the better stuff. So obviously pick up the better stuff, but just pick up everything. everything has a value, everything has something to it. You might be able to deconstruct it, like I say, and use that as a crafting item, or you can just sell it and earn yourself some money so you can buy yourself a better weapon. So just make sure you loot everything you can, and that way you can't say you've missed out on something or missed something in general when it was there for the taking. And sometimes the grey items can be a little bit better than the ones you have been using, just depending on what you have got in your inventory at the time. So just make sure loot, loot, loot. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you learned something or just came and had a bit of fun. On the screen now you've got 2 videos, something else to whet your appetite if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me. Beneath that you've got my 2 social media sites, and in the middle there you've got that subscribe button. Don't feel obliged to press it, but if you do, you'll get a big thumbs up from me. See you on the next video.